Hi everyone, this is Bakappa here. I'll be creating a series of tutorials on Appium with the Selenium GRID. So in the first tutorial, I'll talk about how to set up the Appium with the Selenium GRID. In the next tutorial, I'll be talking about how to execute your mobile automation scripts in the Selenium GRID. In the final session, I'll talk about how you can actually distribute your mobile automation scripts in the different devices, and also I'll be discussing how to execute your mobile automation scripts parallel. So in the today's tutorial, just I'll talk about the setup part. So before moving on to the setup part, so I'll walk through on the simple diagram here. Nowadays, most of the organization are moving on to the Selenium GRID because let's say today I want to execute my, it can be a mobile automation script or a web automation script. So today I wanted to execute on one of the infrastructure. In the next day I wanted to execute my automation script on the different infrastructure altogether. So why most of the organization are moving on to the Selenium GRID, right? So there are multiple factors, but I'll list out few of the factors here. The very first factor is you can distribute your automation script execution in a different browsers or different infrastructure altogether. So that's the one reason. And the second reason is you can execute your automation script in a parallel manner. So where you can save the time. So let us say if you have a 100 automation scripts. So usually it will take some 4 to 5 hours, right? So if you are doing it parallel, so it will take less than 45 minutes or the 30 minutes. So that's how the Selenium will, that is a Selenium GRID will support. So that's how we can take the advantage of this Selenium GRID. So let me walk through on this diagram itself. So this is a test script. So it can be mobile automation script or it can be a web automation script. So this is where the Selenium GRID plays a role. So it is a simple jar file. So Selenium GRID here. So where you can see the one of the Appium got registered into the server. So it is a similar to the server and client approach. So where server will be listening to the client whenever the request comes for the server. So it will redirect to the client side. So here also in the similar fashion this Selenium GRID functions here. So if we go to the first node, that is a, so we'll call a server as a hub here and the client as a node here. So in the Selenium GRID, right, so only one hub will be there and it can have the multiple nodes. The very first node here you can see is iOS device and then the Android device, and the next you can see the another web browser. So here if you look at the first iOS device, right, so it is using the some different XCUI test driver and it is executing the scripts on the iOS device. So in the second node if you look at this, so you are executing your mobile automation scripts on the mobile Chrome browser. So here you are using the Chrome driver. In the similar way, if you look at the third node, I'm executing the web automation scripts on the Chrome driver, that is a Chrome browser. So basically you can register n number of like this different nodes. So let's say I started executing my scripts. So I have just given the all the capabilities and I have just specified what are the capabilities which my script should run on, right? So let's say if I have specified the capabilities, my script should run on the Chrome browser on the mobile device. So basically whenever the request comes to this Selenium GRID, so that is a hub, so it will transfer your all call to the this particular Android device. So your script will be executing on the this Android device. by using the Chrome driver version which we have mentioned in the script. So that's all about this diagram. So basically it's a hub and the node concept, where hub will be acting as the server and the node is nothing but the client, where whenever you trigger the execution, so it will comes to the respective nodes and it will start executing your scripts. So that's all about the Selenium grid architecture, you can say. So let us move on to the setup part. So what you need to do, you can go to the first, you need to download the Selenium standalone server. For that, you can go to this website, that is a selenium.dev/downloads. So if you look at here, right, so in my case I'm using the latest version, that is a 3.141.59. so if you want to use the previous versions, you can click on the previous releases, then you can find here all the previous releases. So whichever the version you are comfortable or whichever the version you would like to prefer, then you can click on that particular folder and you can go inside that. Here you can see all the jar file, so you can directly download this jar file. So in my case I'm using the latest version, so I have already downloaded it. So this is the version I'm using, 3.141.59. so simply you need to click on this, so it will download you the jar file. So that's it. So let me start the, so first I'll discuss how to start the Selenium Hub, right? So once Hub started, you can register multiple nodes to the particular server, that is a hub. So in our case, we are having two devices. So first we'll register this device 1 and we'll register next device 2. So before registering these devices, I need to start my server. What I will do is simply I'll open the command prompt. So here this is just jar file, so I'll execute this jar file by writing a simple command, java -jar. So simply I'll drag and drop this jar file and -roll, then space hub. So that's it. So if you look at my command, right, so java, then -jar. So here I have specified the jar file where exactly I have kept in my system, then -roll. So it will act as a hub. So just I'll enter. So if you look at, right, so Selenium Grid Hub is up and running. So simply I'll go to the web browser and simply I'll type here. So because I'm starting my server in the local machine, so I'll type simply localhost colon 44 followed by the grid and followed by the console. So that's it. You can hit enter. So my hub is up and running now. So let us say if my hub is down, so for some reason, so simply I'll copy this command. So we'll create the batch file for this instead of coming to the command prompt and entering every time this command. So simply I'll close this. So if you try to hit enter here, so it is down now. So it doesn't load this page at all if the hub is down. So if you look at this site cannot be reached, right? So let us quickly create the one bat file. So every time you can come and just simply double click on that bat file, then your server will be up and running, right? So what I'll do, so here I'm creating the batch file so that you can execute all the time by coming here. So simply I'll say save as. So just I have copied and pasted the same command here, guys. So whatever just now I was typing in the command prompt. So in the double quote, I'll say server.bat, and here I'll say all type of all files. So simply I'll say the save. So that's it, guys. So now again I'll launch the bat file. So simply I'll double click on the this server.bat file. So now again Selenium Grid Hub is up and running, right? So let's check in the browser whether it is up and running. Hub is up and running. Let's see. So it's already up and running. So you can view the configuration. So now our Selenium Hub is up and running. So there are no nodes registered to this grid at all, right? So let us quickly register this one of the node to the our Selenium grid. So what you need to do is, so I'll explain you a simple one JSON file. So we need to use a JSON file so to mention all our configuration. So this is a JSON file. So this is mandatory, you need to mention. So entire structure you need to follow as it is. Only the configuration value you need to change. So you can keep the browser name as Android. Then coming to the platform version, so you need to mention what is the version of this Android device. So you can go to the Android virtual device manager and you can get what is the version, platform version. So this is my Android virtual device manager. So this is my first device, guys. Then this is my second device. The first device, right? If you look at the target column, so here I'm seeing the Android 8.0, right? So in the same way I have mentioned that in the platform version. Then the max instances you can mention 1 or 3, that's fine. So next config is platform name, you can specify it as Android. Then next you can specify the automation name as a UI Automata 2. Then the device name. So you can get the device name from your command prompt. So basically you can type a simple command there, adb devices. So that's it. So in my case, right, so this is my first device and this is my second device. So currently we are registering the first device. So this is the ID. I have just copied this and I have specified here emulator 5554. Then the next config is, that's the next capability is system port. So basically, so this value, it should be always range from the 8200 to the 8299. So if you go to the one of the website, right, so that is a Appium desired capabilities. So simply I'll type here one capability name, that is a system port. So if you look at here, right, so always it provides a range of port number, that is starting from the 8200 to the 8299. So default port is 8200, but we are, in our case, you can example they have specified you, so you can use like this 8201. So in my case, in the same way I have specified the 8201. So this capability is very important when you are distributing your mobile automation scripts in the different devices, or when you are executing the mobile automation scripts in the parallel manner. So this capability plays a major role. So next configuration, moving on to the configuration part. So this as it is, you can specify that is a cleanup cycle, and the next capability timeout, you can specify the whatever the value I have specified. So this is also mandatory, you need to specify the proxy. Max session also you can specify. Register should be true and the register cycle should be any value, but in my case I have specified the 5000. So that's kind of polling time it does whenever node trying to register to the hub, right? So that's a polling time it tried to register to the, so it is in terms of the milliseconds I have specified, that's a 5000. So next capability is hub port. Basically you can check this in the your server whenever your server hub is up and running, right? So you can get it here. So this is your port number, so 44s, and the hub has, that is the IP address of the hub where it is running. then you can specify the hub protocol as a HTTP. So that's all about, guys. That's all about this JSON config file. Simply I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. So you need to save this file in the format of the JSON. So simply I'll type node1.json. So that's it, guys. So I'll say save. So already my node, so let me rename into the node1.json. So that's it. So our node1 is ready and we need to have the simple command. So by taking this configuration, we need to register into the our Selenium Hub, right? So it's a very simple command you need to refer. So this is a command, guys. So you need to specify the Appium and -p and followed by the port number. So whenever you are registering a different nodes, so this port number should be different always. It should not be a same port. So then followed by the -node config, then followed by the path of the JSON file. So simply I'll copy this command and again I'll go to the command prompt. So simply I'll write this command. So what I'll do, so simply I have pasted this. So here I have written now Appium -p. So my first node is registering with this particular port number, that is a 4725 and -node config, and here I need to specify the JSON path. So simply I'll drag and drop this node1.json file and I'll enter. So once this node got registered, so we'll quickly create the batch file for this also. No need to come to the command prompt always and enter this command. Simply I'll come and double click on the batch file. So currently we don't see any of the nodes here register for this Selenium Hub. So, sorry, for this hub. So whenever this node got registered, right? So you'll be seeing the node got registered with so and so IP address and so and so port number. So it will take few seconds. So if you look at this, right, start it and still it is registration is not done. So if you look at this, right, Appium successfully registered with the grid on so and so IP and so port number. So this is a port number what we have for the hub, right? So I'll go to the hub and if you see here, registered a node and with the so and so IP address and the so and so port number. Simply I'll go to the my browser and I'll do refresh here. So it takes a few seconds and simply it loads and it will show you the node which is registered for the hub. So it is taking a little bit of time because my internet is a little bit of slow. So let me open even in the Internet Explorer by that time, at least if it loads at least there. So we'll wait for a few more seconds, and we will start the event server and as well as the node. Okay guys, so what I'll do, right? So simply I'll copy this command. So I'll quickly create the patch file for this. So if you look at this guys, already now it is got loaded, and if you look at the configuration of this, it is started on the 4725. So now only one node registered for this hub. So let us create the bat file for the node 1, then we will register the node 2 also. What I'll do, so I'll simply close the node 1 and even the server as well. What I'll do, I'll simply go to this notepad. So just I'll paste it here. So in the double quote, simply I'm mentioning node 1 dot bat. So that's it. Then I'll save it. So simply I'll close this. So now we have seen how to uh, start the hub and also how to register a node. So what I'll do, so far we have created a one hub and we have registered the only one node. So simply I'll copy this node 1 and node 1 bat file and node 1 JSON file. I'll create the one more node as well. So what I'll do, simply I'll rename this with the node 2 JSON. In the same way, I'll rename the bat file with the node 2. First, we'll modify the few things in the node2.json file. So I'll open the node2.json. So first thing is, so we can specify the this browser name as same, and platform version we need to change it. So this is my node 2. So if I go to my Android virtual device manager, so this is my node 2. If I look at the target column, so here you can see the Android 8.1. So I need to mention the 8.1.0. Then this is max instances is fine, platform name is fine, automation name is okay, then no need to change. So we need to change this device name. So we had only two devices. The first device is emulator hyphen 5554, and the next device ID I'm having is emulator hyphen 5556. You can go to the command prompt and you can just check what is the ID of the second device. So in my case, so this is the device ID, that is a emulator 5556, and you need to change this system port. In my case, I'm specifying it as a 8203. So this is the range you can mention from 8200 to the 8299. And rest of the things will be same. So I'll be not changing anything. So simply I'll close this. In the batch file, so what you need to do, go to the batch file of the node 2. So bat file of the node 2. So simply I'll go to the edit mode. So simply I'll specify the path of the node 2. And one more point is, need to change always this port number. So that's it, guys. So only two changes you need to do. There is a path of the second node and the port number of the second node. So that's it. So I'm just saving it. I'm closing all the stuff from this notepad++. So that's it, guys. So freshly I'm again, so just I'll refresh this. Now the hub is down. Sorry, guys. So now the hub is down. So we'll start our server. So if you look at here, Selenium Grid Hub is up and running. So simply I'll go to the web browser and I'll check whether it is hub is up and running. So it's already up and running. So what I'll do, first I will start the node 1. So you should be able to see the logs once it is registered with the Selenium Grid. So okay, guys, so already the node 1 started on the so and so port. So if you look at the logs, still you are not seeing that particular message. That is so if you look at here, right, so Appium successfully registered with the grid on so and so port number. I'll go to the server, that is a hub. So already registered a node on the so and so address and so port number. So in the similar way, I'll just refresh my grid console. So you should be able to see the one node attached to this Selenium grid. So now you can see the only one node. So let us start the node 2 as well. So always, guys, you need to carefully look at this particular port number. That is very important when you are registering the different nodes. So if you look at this, right, so Appium successfully registered with the grid. So I'll go to the grid and I should be able to see the registered node for this different port, that is a 4727. So that's it, guys. Whenever I refresh this particular web browser, right, you should be able to see the both the nodes. See, guys, so one node registered with the 4725 port and the second node registered with the 47 and 27. So this is all about the how to set up the Appium with the Selenium grid. So that's all I have in this session. So if you like this video, please click on the like icon and also you can comment in the comment section. So if you have any inputs or feedback, you can comment in the comment section.